everybody. My name is Jason Ellis, and my act is Stuff You Didn't Know, where science meets music meets the heart. Now, if you will excuse me, you like that? Somebody liked it, finally. Now, if you will excuse me, I will just take a little bit of this refreshing beverage before we begin. Ah! God, that tastes like human. I wonder where that is. Oh yes, of course, it's the bacterium forensis. Do you guys know about what's going on with bacteria these days? Oh my God, am I going to blow your mind this way? So in 1998, a little while back, we found out, we thought we knew everything about bacteria. Germs are bad, bacteria is gross, and stay away from it, it'll kill you. If we could zap all of it out of your body, we would do it. But this one doctor who was studying pathogens was at the dentist one day, and he said, "You know what, Doc, why don't you give me a swab of one of my teeth, and I'll take it back to the lab, and I got nothing better to do with my afternoon. I'll just take a little peek at the bacteria in there." And he did. And what he found was 32 new species of bacteria that had never ever been seen before by science on one tooth. So they thought, oh, there must be something in this. So they started looking into it, and they started finding out was that these things are in us, and in a deep kind of way. First of all, they're vast, right? Every tooth of yours apparently is a whole ecosystem of bacteria. It's like a whole different country, each tooth for bacteria. And it's true, and for your and in your skin, and in your intestines, your gut. That's where a tremendous amount of it is. And what they found out is that this bacteria is truly a part of us. This is bacteria that only lives in people. It'll die if you die. And it's true. And there's so much of it. There's actually 100 trillion little bacteria guys living in each one of you. And that happens to be about 1,000 times as many humans live on Earth. I know, and it's inside you. So at some point we might have to actually embrace the fact that this bacteria is in there, because it is constantly defending us from disease. It's allowing us to digest. It's how we get vitamins. It turns out it's all of these little bacteria that are inside you right now, and it's how we get vitamins. Oh, and you know what? You ever heard of a gut feeling? You know, we all think of a gut feeling. That's the important. They used to say, oh yes, that comes from the brain, and it just tells you it's in the gut because the brain is so silly. But it turns out that the gut thinks, and it helps you think, and they think it's the bacteria in the gut that is interacting with your brain, and it's actually a part of your brain. We've heard of the circulatory system and the endocrine system, and it turns out that there's this whole other system of bacteria that makes us people, and they're calling it, what are they calling it? The MicroBiota phylogenetic core of humans. And and I for one am ready to embrace this beautiful thing in song, actually, in ditty, if you don't mind. Oh, a little bit louder, please. It's not as loud as it was earlier. There are things on our feet that only live on feet. There are things in my eyes that are moving. Things that I see from my lacquerable factories, give them water to live by. And I think that I couldn't be called me without the help of all these little weird things. And inside I can see 1,000 million of free little cute button-nosed weird things. Think of what one life is worth when close to a population such as 1,000 Earths, all within our gut since birth. It's lactobiota, coralopsis, and 100 billion more in our intestinal microbiota phylogenetic core. That's right. You have to embrace it at some point. Every child on the street and everyone you see has this swirling internal galaxy. We're a god on a peak, and we're just bleeding salaries to these trillions of little friends that couldn't imagine us. But think of what one life is worth when it's host to a population such as 1,000 Earths, all within your gut since birth. Right? MicroBiota, Torolopsis, and 100 million more in our intestinal microbiota phylogenetic core. That's our genetic. MicroBiota, it's Torolopsis, and God, so many more inside our phylogenetic core. It's like a party down there. Let's you and me go down to the deli. We'll each take 100 million of our closest friends and constituents. Torolopsis, and 100 million more in our intestinal microbiota phylogenetic core. More than us.
Yeah!